Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves has ruled out providing solidarity to any of the 5 organizations of Eastern Caribbean states OECS countries that operate Citizenship by Investment CBI programs. Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts and Nevis operate CBI programs under which foreign investors are granted citizenship in return for making a substantial investment to the socio-economic development of these countries. Gonsalves has defended his government's position on the CBI in the aftermath of a critical response earlier this month by his Antigua and Barbuda counterpart, Gaston Browne, to suggestions by Gonsalves that the CBI programs are inherently corrupt. Browne accused Gonsalves of adopting the position of developed countries that have opposed to any innovation that developing countries devise to carve out a space for themselves. Gonsalves has described CBI as selling passports. After coming to office in March 2001, he repealed the CBI law that had been enacted by the NDP administration. CBI has yet again emerged as a campaign issue in yet another election cycle, as Vincentians prepare to elect a new government in polls widely expected by November, ahead of the February 2026 constitutional deadline. The Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, says its members have rejected the latest salary offer from the government and is preparing a new proposal to be submitted to the government's negotiation team, GNT. DAT President Marvin Alexander said at the last meeting with the GNT, their offer for the 2024 to 2027 period was 3% in the first year, 2% in the following year, and 3% in the third year. He said that the DAT and the GNT are in negotiations for 2 trienniums and that the government team had proposed triennium, a freeze, second year, a freezer, and the third year because of the reclassification. When most teachers got between 11 and 47% adjustments on their salaries, there are some teachers who did not get anything or it as minimal. He said the GNT's position was brought to the membership of the union and it was rejected. U.S. President Donald Trump met with Syria's president in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday and urged him to normalize ties with longtime foe Israel after a surprise U.S. announcement that it would lift all sanctions on the Islamist-led government. Trump met Syria's Ahmed al-Shara, who once pledged allegiance to al-Qaeda and swept to power at the head of the group that Washington has called a terrorist organization before a summit between the United States and Gulf Arab countries. Photos posted on Saudi state television showed them shaking hands in the presence of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS. Despite concerns within sectors of his own administration over Syria's leader's former ties to al-Qaeda, Trump said on Tuesday he would lift sanctions on Syria in a major policy shift. Trump's Middle East trip has fueled doubts in Israel about where the country stands in Washington's priorities. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.